Welcome to the One Shot Wonderarium. I am your host, Tony, here back once again. We are here for May the 4th be with you all. We're going to play a space western. I'm very excited. We have an amazing crew of people here, but today we're gonna start off by talking about the game system we're using. It is a game just off of Kickstarter. I literally got it, I think, less than a month ago, called Galactic Grit. It is by CM Replogle. Replogle. I'm missaying that. I'm pretty sure, but um, it might be said completely different, but I've never heard it said. So that's my best shot at it. It is a very rules light space western. A lot of the rule book is set up to character creation and then randomization as we go. But the way it is played is most players, and I realized we didn't start the music here, did we? So I'm going to kick that over. There we go. Uh, you know, uh, Sometimes we're so busy in character creation and we're having so much fun, we forget basic stuff. But it's great. It's so great. The system is D8 based. As we go, the players are going to narratively help me build this world and this story. It's going to be mostly improv. There's a couple of ideas that have, I've had clacking around in my brain as we've got going, but a lot of it is going to be based off of character backstory and things like that. So, but the way you play this game is when I feel as the GM that a roll needs to be made, I will call for it, and it will be a straight D8, an 8-sided die roll. If the player has a quirk or a trait related to that will affect the roll, and players can assist each other. As a basic look, if you roll a 1 to a 3 on that die, it's going to be a failure. If you get a 4 to 5, it's a mixed success, and a 6 to 8 is a full success. If you can get above an 8, so if you get an 8 and some bonuses, or a 7 and some crazy good bonuses, you can get a critical. And we'll explore what that looks like, if it happens, when it happens. So yeah, that is the basics to the game. There aren't a ton of skills. There is, however, a ton of fun that's about to be had. So, without too much more introduction to the game system, let's meet our players. Let's go ahead and start on the left-hand side of our screen here with Alife. Alife, who are you?
That's a metaphysical question that we really don't have time to approach. We're here to play a one-shot. I am a life. I'm a Black Gen Xer that grew up playing role-playing games. In the early '80s, late '70s. Played for a long, long while, and then stepped away around the early 2000s. And just have stepped back into this wonderful new TTRPG space, and I'm trying to play every game, and yeah, I'm having fun doing that.
That is awesome. I love that. Let's bump over now to the right side of the screen with Zen. Zen, who are you?
Hey, I'm Zen. I play TTRPGs, pretty much everything. I've developed a couple, or in development of a few. So yeah, I stream every once in a while. If you ever want to catch that, don't ask me when. I don't know. I keep saying when, and then it never happens.
Making content is such a fickle thing. We understand. Morgan, who are you?
Hi, I am Morgan, aka Newly Human, and I have a slee stack on my shirt.
Ooh, a sleep stack. I missed that before.
I love that. Uh, that is amazing. And then, of course, last but not least, my. I always blank on this term. My emotional support introvert. There we go. Your title, my emotional support introvert, and also our tech director for the show, the unseen, sometimes unheard hero, Blood. Amazing. Um, you know what? So we are going to sort of uh, zoom down into um, the city on the very new, right? We're on the frontiers of space. Humanity, alien life, droids have all started to, develop the world. Or develop planets and spaces that are outside of our own solar system, I should say. And that's part of where our game begins. We are on a world far, far from Earth, and in a time pretty far in the future. The world that we have is the planet Serafel. Serafel is a dusty, windswept planet. There is not a lot here. Serafel is the type of planet that has a surprising amount of junk debris in space from because it is the home of some unruly elements, and every once in a while someone decides that these unruly elements should maybe be brought into line, and there's a space battle. And you have enough space battles, all of a sudden your atmosphere is littered with things. And it is above this planet that we first see our first character come in as they come down to land. They have been out all day collecting, and it's time to do some trading. Morgan, tell us about Maggie Campbell and her ship.
So Maggie Campbell is a human living on this world. Does her best to keep a low profile. She wears really nondescript, largely brown clothing. Mostly just trying to blend in, keep a low profile. And her ship is just a truly magnificent piece of stone. It sure does run, but not for lack of
I love that. Do you have a name for your ship? Seeing as I sprung this on you just now.
What if you were to give me, what if we were to let me compute that in the background while we start the scene, and I'll spring it back on you.
As that ship comes into dock after a long day, as that happens, we actually are going to fast forward and travel a little bit. Each of our players has found their way somehow, some way into, let's be honest, a cantina. Whether it's you need some snacks, you need some information, or maybe you're just a little parched from the winds and the dust of the day. Each of our players make their way uh, to the Canteen Nessoir. So, let us start with, I think, probably the most wild in a canteen of interesting sights. The most interesting sight, I think, is the well-layered space switch, who is just absolutely jingling and jangling with things that they've picked up. And you can hear the moment you walk in the door. Tell us about Sifa, Blood. Amazing. This hummingbird of a being, flitting around from table to table, making friends and or enemies as they go. Sitting at one table, sort of journaling and or recording from the day, is one of our other characters, Zero. You mind introducing yourself?
Right. So Zero belongs to particular race of basically space cartographers called the and they basically journey throughout space, create these incredible, beautiful space maps during their life, and yeah, so their appearances is that dark, black, inky scales all over their body, humanoid, and then they move. When they move under the scales, it's kind of like an oil, like water, like oil on water, you know. So yeah, zero, zero. He is just out here, mapping the universe and everything, and just little, little, you know, quick gazes here and there, you know, kind of taking in everything around them. Yeah, that's zero.
So, Blood following with the giggle of hee hee is hilarious to me. Sorry, uh, but as Sifa sort of makes their way up to Zero He's table, what is Zero He's first impression of this this other alien being?
Uh, Zero, he is first of all is like looks down, looks up, looks down, looks up, and each time noticing as Sifa is getting closer, Zero, he is like, why is this person coming into my personal space? Like what's going on? And Zero, he has a whole bunch of snacks on the table, whole bunch of snacks, and just kind of like pulling them closer to them because they just keep looking up to see if Sifa's going to take their snacks. That's all they're worried about right now. Their snacks. Don't take my snacks.
All right, Sifa. You make it to Zero He's table.
Want some snacks? Snacks are good. Okay. They're mine.
Perfect. All right, so this is
It's
where
good.
we're gonna fade out of this conversation and check in with our last character now. Because I think this will continue with Sifa trying to be very welcoming and just getting the clipped, like almost defensive answers back and forth for just a while here. You, you're doing the cat method. Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, so, Jinx. Jinx, you it's not really end of day for you. Um, days are a little bit weird for those that don't sleep. So it is, but because you are the type of person who, or the type of uh, droid who is on the move a little bit, I think there's a little bit of like, okay, I've been in this space too long. Let's change atmospheres for a little bit, and so you are headed into the Neswa canteen as well. Um, and what is you're planning on working a little bit here?
Yeah.
One, let's talk about. We're gonna have that sort of classic Western moment where the door opens and there's a silhouette of our new person. Um, and just to, one, because I love that moment, and two, tell us about Jinx.
Okay. Well, if you want to have that moment, yeah, the saloon half doors kind of just wave. You see the silhouette of what looks like a normal person, but as like your eyes adjust to like the sun coming in, it's clearly an automaton. It looks mostly human, but is it's human shaped, but it's not human. Um, it's got grippers more than hands, like actual fingers. They've got a face, but it's clearly like some kind of filament stretched over a handful of servos that are going around. Um, and rust, lots of rust. This is clearly a droid that has seen the ages a little bit. He walks up to whoever the bartender. And the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, "Hello, I am J1NX, arm dealer and repair for Nif and Weh. God dang nabbit. Sorry, it's a condition. Can't get rid of it. Whole updates thing. Don't worry about that. Anyway, I'm looking for certain folk."
Oh, what kind of folk are you waiting for?
Well, I'm trying to make a couple of trades. If you happen to hear wind of some people talking. about maybe needing some heavier iron or some protection.
You're looking to do some trading. I have just the person for you. All right, there. How's your you're good at listening, right?
Yeah,
Perfect.
my hearing receptacles are working at a whole 47%. I'm fine.
Love to hear that. Now, is there
40%?
something I can get for you before I make introductions?
I think I'm all right.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have you sit right there because, and they check sort of a watch on their wrist. In about 2.5 minutes, your person will walk through that door. They're never late.
Very
And,
on time, junk collector.
Never early either.
never early. No. Well, it's
Junk collector arrives exactly when they mean to.
I don't. It to me is more a function of the day is done. I'm getting the hell out of here. Than it is, right? Like, put in my time. We're gone. Because I've experienced that where as soon as it's 5:01 and somebody's off work, they're in a coffee shop or they're in a bar. The moment that clock ticks, and it's this sort of a vibe where the moment they touch down, the folks of Neswa know that they are going to see Maggie Campbell. Now, Maggie, do you have a name yet for the ship that you've docked?
I do.
What's your ship
It's
name?
called Nightmare, but as two separate words, like a horse after dusk. It's called Nightmare.
I love it.
That is.
I love it so very much. The truly magnificent piece of junk called Nightmare, docked and loaded in base 20. So you make your way to the same canteen that you visit every day.
Every day.
Neswa.
Picture of habit.
And as you walk in, you can see the bartender who is on duty, Jackson. That gives a knowing wave, as you know that I mean, you're here enough. You know that means they've got something for you or someone they want to introduce you to.
I go sit on the same stool I sit on every day.
Jinx.
Which presumably Jackson has directed Jinx to sit directly next to, knowing
100%.
that's my spot.
There's a butt imprint on this stool that you settle into perfectly. Maggie, we've got a fine folk here for you that goes by the name of Jinx. Looking for someone to maybe sell some things through. You want your regular while I leave you to it?
You know I do.
Quick question. Do you want to specify what your regular is?
It's
Sarsaparilla.
it's something dark, nondescript, and alcoholic.
Perfect. Love that. All right. espresso martini. No, I'm just kidding. And they will take off, leaving Jinx and Maggie together.
Okay. Jinx just kind of turns to the side. We've been trying to reach you about your Smith and Wesson extended. What?
And at that
Start-
moment,
start.
real quick, I'm gonna jump back in. You glitch out so hard. There is the robot version of a faint. I didn't expect it to be that early in your monologue here. Sorry, but in you are going to glitch out so hard that you fall off the table.
Buddy.
Or fall off the chair. And so Sifa and Zero, you see this robot just on over from across the bar. And at this point, we are sort of open to where anybody wants to take to do something here. So I'll ask all three of you. Maggie, obviously you're closest, so you'll get first dibs. What is your reaction?
I watched this happen. Unimpressed. I've seen all kinds of mechanical failure in my time, and I just sort of nudged them with my boot. Anybody?
I'm gonna make my way over and be like, did something happen? Are you okay? Poke, poke.
And I think at this point you are starting to come back to Jinx, by the way. I'm not going to make you comatose for this whole scene, don't worry.
That's fine. The entire time is what, warranty.
Oh.
Jinx stands up. Apologies, I have a unfortunate condition.
Okay.
I was starting to wonder if you were the buyer of the junk.
Unfortunately, I've also heard that one before. So I take it you're the junk dealer that I've heard about.
Call me that.
I'm looking for some parts to, let's not say upgrade, but let's just say continue my me.
Stop whatever that was from happening.
Among other things.
Probably got some parts.
While you don't have parts, you might, know a guy.
Yeah,
Don't pressure
my
me.
buyer. I don't know what they need. I don't know what I have. Don't chase them off.
Gosh. Tony has an atomic
Zero
bomb
Key?
sitting in. Oh, sorry. You go away, life. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Zero Key becomes a little bit fixated on Sifa's magic belt with all the pouches, and just kind of like scoops up and is like, "What's this? What's this? What's this?"
Oh, absolutely.
What's
Sifa
this?
will immediately start. Oh, so this is sort of a receptacle, kind of like it amplifies the energies to where I can start manipulating them, and it just goes into like an absolute nerd spiral the moment that Zeri shows any sort of interest. I've made him my friend.
And also then Zero Key also, while they're also like hyper focusing on the belt, they also kind of like split at a moment. It's just like, what you looking for in terms of talking to Jinx.
Interesting. All right, so they're basically gonna hold two conversations at once.
Yes.
Here.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. So, Jinx turns and they're like, honestly, I heard of a cracked OS system that's the same thing I run on, but without the corporate features, let's call it. That I've been looking for, but the last person I heard had it is a little difficult to get a hold of.
And Zero Key, while going back and forth, is like, okay, crystals did it. Person, salt, and then Zero Key is gonna turn to Maggie. And it's like, and you know this person?
As of approximately 30 seconds ago. Oh, that person. Am I?
That person.
I know a lot of people.
Let's go get stuff.
I know people for a price.
Oh.
I'm aware of that. You wouldn't happen to know of a somewhat infamous space pirate, would you?
I might. I know a lot of people. Do you have the means to compensate me for knowing a space pirate?
May or may not have certain informations about my, let's call it former employer, that I could share with you. Certain depot locations that no one looks at no more.
And that employer would be based on your construction.
He kind of just looks down at the giant, kind of dusty, old, like somewhat like scratched up Nif and Weston logo that's just printed on his chest.
You know, I think we can probably make a deal.
All right.
Now,
You too. What's your deal?
Elif, you would know that one of the things about Nith and Wesson is they are a very secretive organization, which means their depot locations are going to be in pockets of space that are lesser known.
So we go get stuff. I take you to get stuff. You have fun. Real short, quick, no big long drawn out sentences for Zero Key.
I love him.
It's pretty much not really even asking questions, pretty much just stating. You know, like,
Yeah.
we get stuff.
Zero Heat doesn't
Yeah,
have conversations. He just makes statements.
Yes.
I love it. I mean, I'm all in for fun. If y'all need me, I kind of got nothing else going on right now. Anyway,
And I have snacks.
they have snacks.
I mean, I personally do not care, but I would assume that this person's the captain, so it's up to them if they wish to take your employee.
It looks like we got a crew.
Adventure awaits then.
Let's get some junk.
As you all are sort of gathering up to take on this, you hear, I should say, Sifa, one of your the people you talk to, and the one that actually like talked back a little bit, does sort of grab your arm as you're about to leave.
Hello.
Be careful with the iridescent one. I've heard that they lead people to disaster.
Nothing's wrong with a little disaster. Always makes life a little bit more fun, right?
Well, in that case, I'll take the $10 you owe me now.
I owe you money?
Yes. You owe me $10.
For
Remember,
what?
I bought your food that one time.
Zero Key, being perceptive, overhears it and pulls out $10 and gives it to the guy.
He's trying to strafe me. I haven't been here before.
Zero Key is confused. This heard statements, doesn't understand the whole deception kind of thing.
Yeah.
So just is like,
Thank you much.
I'm intercepting that.
yes.
I've never been here before.
He said where you owe him.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. It was at the diner across town. It wasn't here.
See, I'm
Do you not
really,
remember
really,
me?
really good with faces. And I'm really, really, really good with names. And I don't, unfortunately, recognize your face. And I don't have your name currently. Like we were talking earlier, but I don't think names came up. So like name? Maybe I mixed up a name and a face?
You can see they sorry, I just did something really weird with my mouse. And now
always fun.
Sensitivity is insanely low, so it takes me like 2 minutes to get across the screen.
Oof.
Sorry.
Dragging your cursor through quicksand.
The sensitivity just got cranked way down, so
Oh, no.
very weird. And,
I didn't mean to use the iron disruptor already. That's what happened.
There we go.
But you see the other folks at their table stand up. They've sort of got a hand on your like, bicep-y sort of region, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe lower arm. Probably lower arm, actually.
We're really,
I
really,
think-
really not gonna want to do this, friend.
If you're not willing to give the $10, we might just have to take something of more value.
At this point, Jinx would just stand up, turn around, look at one of them, and just say, "It would appear you owe." You hear scrambled like internet startup noise. Funds to Smith and Wesson. How would you like to settle your debt? He then removes his physical like clipper thing he has, puts his arm in a like holster, and then pull out an actual like gun, and just say, we can settle with a payment plan or a repayment plan in which we give you, and then just again error sound, and then his regular voice. I'd advise you just you leave them alone and let's go on our way.
I think this is going to be our first rule of the session.
Sure.
I feel like this is to see how this resolves.
I will definitely, if this is like sort of like a intimidation thing. So as they've been like starting to stand up, the gem that's kind of like implanted into my like chest, neck, whatever thing here has started to like shimmer a bit more and become a lot more like vibrant.
Okay.
With like gatherings of the energy I use for my spellcrafts.
Interesting. All right. So let's. Both of you are going to take a roll now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk. Let's talk results.
All right, you know, the glitched out robot with the revolver got a 2.
My dice just went underneath my other screen. 1 sec.
Yeah, glitching robot's super intimidating.
I mean, I only got a 5.
5 is a +1. Let me check something real quick. So calm and creative.
No, there's no way.
I'm checking. Yeah. This is going to start going poorly.
That's fair.
Since their whole adventures go.
Yeah. Hey, don't you love it? As you can see, the next table of folks also stand up. Don't worry. Niff and Wesson will get their own. We brought friends to make sure we can pay.
This is all rather interesting, but I really, really would highly suggest not.
I understand that. We were highly suggesting you do.
Cool, I'm casting Gravity Well.
Interesting. Remind me, what is Gravity Well?
Manipulates gravitational forces to immobilize or pull objects or creatures. I'm literally pulling everyone who is now standing up into a corner.
Okay, all right.
I've created a black hole. They're gonna be in a pile. I don't know how this works roll-wise, though.
This is going to be a 1d8 roll. 1 to 3 is failure. 4 to 5 is mixed success. And a 6 to 8 is a full success. The magic, however, comes at a cost.
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to burn either an endurance point or a life point here.
Endurance. Easily.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
But yeah, D8. That is a 6.
Okay.
I don't trust this dice.
Was
I need to get
checking to
notes.
see if you got any positives, but a 6 puts you in the strong positive anyway, or puts you in the best result anyway. So I'm not going to worry too much about you getting your pluses because you're already good. You see, so the first thing that happens actually is a reversal of gravity. You see these 2 tables of folks go whoop into the ceiling and then slide across the ceiling. You can actually hear the clattering of their boots and weapons and all their metal bits and baubles just scraping across the top of this ceiling until they get jammed. Like many canteens, there is like an open mic / band corner that is unused right now. And you see them actually slide all the way to the corner and fall down on a drum set. You hear as they clatter in.
Maybe check who you're messing with before you start threatening. It's really embarrassing when you start the altercation and then end up on the floor. We should leave.
Yes. Yeah, Zero Heat agrees.
No argument
Like,
for me.
Ship?
Ship.
I finish my drink. I toss some money down on the bar. I stand up from my seat where I have not moved from throughout this whole interaction, and I head towards the door.
Our very stoic captain.
Perfect. So you head your way to the nightmare. And it is let's talk a little bit about what the nightmare looks like for this ship. I assume it is rusty, which is interesting for a ship that resides in space. But tell me more about what it looks like.
So it is pretty rusty. It spends a fair amount of time planetside, and so the elements get to it, and the maintenance on it is not top priority as long as it runs. It's not huge. I would say that because I'm one person operating it most of the time. So there's room for 4 of us in there, but I would compare it to this roughly the size of the shuttlecraft on Star Trek. Their shuttles that they take from their main ship. So it's a pretty small vessel, but it can have 4 people comfortably existing in it, although only for short periods of time. This would not be a comfortable place for 4 people to live together.
Amazing. When you get to the front of your ship, there is a note on the ship. It will say a data pad type thing. It's it's not a post-it note, but it's the futuristic version of a post-it note, basically, stuck on the front door of the ship, that says, "We found you."
I just grab it off of there on my way in. Looks like it's time to go, team.
All right. So, go ahead.
Zero Key starts opening a data pad with various encrypted star maps on it. And says to Maggie, where can they ask, Maggie, where can they plug this in? Showing them the maps and pretty much
I will direct you. I will direct you to my navigation console.
Okay.
As soon as it becomes clear that you're an expert on such things. I'm actually not going to bring this post-it data pad onto my ship with me. I am going to frisbee it into the distance.
Nice.
Yeet.
Just for fun, give me that D8 roll, just to see how good this frisbees. You know what I mean?
I rolled an 8.
Yes. So you take it. It turns out that in a past life you were like a discus thrower, and so there is a way to throw things with a huge amount of spin, which will keep them in the air, where you sort of curl your arm around it, and you just absolutely, as this thing takes up, and there is, you're throwing it in the distance, and at this moment, it flies out sort of the gate of the bay, but as it is flying out, the person who grabbed Sifa at the bar comes through that doorway and just gets absolutely clocked by a frisbee data pad, shattering the data pad. maybe this person's nose.
Please, that person's
Oh.
nose.
We can hope. Continuing my tradition of rolling really well on the stupidest shit.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it any
Love
other
it.
way. Amazing. So, you all start to take off. This is a trip that is going to take a little while. It's going to take a couple of days of interstellar travel. Just so you know. Because nothing is really that close in outer space. So there is time for some more character interaction and conversations and things like that. We also can fully skip to point B. But I want to make sure y'all know that there is sort of maybe a juicy, meaty character growth space here, if y'all want to take advantage of it.
As a flavor note, another thing about this ship is that it does have 2 bunks, so there's room for us all, but we were gonna have to sleep in shifts, because there's just the 2 bunks.
There's only one bed.
We're real early
2
for that
bunks.
trope.
They're basically hammocks.
Love it, dude. Hammocks are
And
so fun.
somebody has to fly the damn thing.
Oh, so it doesn't have autopilot? How lame.
It does, but like
It's broken.
it technically works. The ship will fly by itself. Now, where's it going?
Who knows?
Got cruise control.
Love it.
Zero jumps at any opportunity to navigate and stuff like that. And just constantly just playing with maps at the same time. So even while Zero he is is navigating, their little map thing is kind of like my fidget. They're doing a little fidget thing. You see like galaxies just the road that's going.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. That was interesting for sure.
Y'all know those people, or you just make enemies everywhere you go?
I have literally never met them before. I met them today, and they said I owed them $10, and now they hate me.
The latter, then.
To be fair, I was trying to defend our new compadre here, but yeah, I tend to upset people most places I go.
It's a character.
Something about talking to people about their extended warranties or debt collections due to my company and whatnot.
That's
Zero doesn't get the concept that you didn't owe the money. Zero he still thinks that you owe the money.
Oh no. I don't. They were trying to make money off of us that they didn't earn.
They said you owe them money.
They didn't buy anything for me though.
More confused in the
Zero,
fact that they did a shakedown for $10.
For real, $10, really?
Zero he, sorry. You're very observant. You would have noticed something here. When they did the shakedown, of the 5 folks at the table, only one of them was looking at our space witch's face. The others were looking a bit down to here.
Okay. And so Zero he basically says, They didn't want your $10. Did they want this? They points to this right here on
Sepha?
on Sifa. He points to yes on Sepha. He points to the jewel right here. He's like, did they want this?
You know, very possibly. Which is troublesome, seeing as it's kind of like a part of me.
An integral part?
A little bit. I mean, like, and I'm gonna like pull down the shirt to where they can see it's legitimately like fused into my skin.
Noted, locked, and loaded.
Right? A lot of people want that.
Most people don't know what it is. So there's that. But the people who do know what it is want it a lot, and the people who don't just see shiny and probably want it anyway.
And each time that Zero he keeps pointing to it, he points a little closer. They point a little closer. It's like because they're just curious. Like,
Do
is
you
it
want to?
the only one?
I've never seen any others. It's sort of a birthright thing.
You know, he does little fidget thing, looking with the star maps and everything, real quick.
Uh-huh.
Then he looks back over and just goes,
Right. So it's kind of like, once again, kind of just like literally a part of me. It's part of my magic stuff.
That why you can throw people across the room with your mind?
It wasn't with my mind. It was manipulation of gravity. But it's the source of it, yes.
All right then. Glad you're on our side.
Have you ever considered wearing a scarf?
I'm gonna just like kind of move some of my like flowy stuff. I mean, yes, but also typically I do. It's pretty. And also, it's better to know when people are going to betray me because they see a shiny thing on me than letting it happen kind of randomly, you know?
I guess that's fair. So, question, Captain. How old is this ship? And do you think it's older than I am?
Well, it's old enough that I didn't build it. And I don't know how old you are. So, I can tell you it flies.
It go room.
Old but still work. All right, I think I can get behind that.
What's with
Yeah.
And
that?
honestly, apparently age doesn't matter, as far as malfunctioning.
I said I had a condition, and unfortunately, I can't exactly get rid of it.
I think you're the first droid I've seen that like glitches that hard so very consistently. Like, is it a programming error or?
It's almost like it was intentional by the people that milked me.
Huh?
Ain't that a kicker, huh?
That would suck.
Nice. So you're asking about the age of the ship because you're worried it's gonna act up.
I mean, just a little bit, and maybe who may or may not have put this this vessel together.
I can tell you that the people who owned this ship before me had no interest in it breaking down just because it hadn't been looked at for a while.
Understood. He immediately turns around and looks at the weapon system and just starts tinkering with it.
Time to make it stronger.
I love this. I'm gonna ask for a roll to see, because while you are a blaster smith, I'm gonna give you a plus one to this roll. While you are a blaster smith, these are much bigger blasters on a ship.
Same principles, it's just a bit bigger. What are you talking about?
And that is why it's doable, but it needs a small roll.
This little one.
That's an 8.
Hey.
Let's
Is
go.
that an 8 on the die?
That's an 8 on a die. So that's a critical success.
That is a critical success.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
Great time to have a critical success. So, yeah, you, a couple of things. You have found, you have found out that these lasers, once again, suffer from the same sorts of planned obsolescence that you do. And they have started to degrade. And you can see some, like, they've been degrading for a while. You can see some patches on there. The previous owner had made some patches. Maggie has probably made some small tweaks and patches and things like that. But nothing of it really gets to the root of the issue. The root of the issue is that Niff and Wesson took a cue from Apple back in the day, and they battery limited this. So the older it gets, the less battery it actually uses before it stops functioning. And so you are able to do two things. One, you're going to be able to use your mechano wrench to adjust the battery in a way that basically shakes loose some of the rust. I'm not a battery expert, so I'm not going to try to pretend to be. But basically, in chemical batteries, there is a time frame in which you need to, which they degrade, and you're able to restore some of that time frame on it. And two, these weapons are now much, much more effective because you have cranked open the throttle on them. They were shooting at maybe 10% capacity beforehand.
So yeah, I went in and I changed out the I took the throttle off the ion receivers. And have you ever sighted any of these? Because you shoot and it goes like 60 degrees to the left, which I don't know how you do that out of a straight barrel, but you do.
Well, I'm sure somebody has at some point in time.
Yeah, well now it's you could hit a dime off the top of a squirrel's head and it not hit the squirrel.
Well, that depends on the person shooting.
No, I mean the auto aim is going to help quite a bit.
Cool. If we get into a scrap, you're on weapons, friend.
Fair enough.
This one.
Amazing. So what we're going to do is as this ship is flying through space. So actually, is there any more character moments anyone wanted to have before I sort of progress a few more things?
Good.
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 Amazing. So, one thing I will say, yeah. You know what? We
Actually,
are
I
going.
lied.
Yeah.
I lied. I just thought of something.
Okay.
So, Zero He,
Yes.
you have any way of defending yourself in case we get into another tussle?
I just love
Right.
the image of him just sitting there like.
I mean this with as little offense as possible, but you are quite literally a wet noodle. In a lot of ways.
People trip.
Yes, people trip. It helps if you can make them trip. Give me a moment. I'm going to look for various junk. Take my hand magnetic accelerator that I have, and try to make a very crude, very maybe not working correctly at all, railgun that just shoots basically just like junk. Like you put a pen in it and it launches it. It might not do the most damage, but it's gonna do something.
Absolutely.
It's a junk cannon.
Junk cannon. Yeah, I think as a lasersmith, and using all of these things, I think you can just do this. To be honest
Okay.
with you, I'm gonna let you just go for it.
So I'll take all my tools, my little hand magnetic accelerator. I'll take the wooden cane that I was walking with and make it like a stock, even though I don't think he needs it because he's kind of gooey. And yeah, basically you load insert object here that's like, I don't know, like an inch or smaller in diameter, and then it goes that way real quick. It's like a weird bolt action looking thing.
Art snacks.
You can launch snacks if you really want to.
Oh my god.
So long as they're metal. As long as they're metal in some way.
He's just gonna.
They
So-
do
They're
have
just
to be
gonna be
magnetic
eating
snacks.
food.
Yeah, magnetic snacks. But yeah. So yeah, I just kind of just put this thing together. It looks literally like a child duct taped some stuff together,
That's
And-
great.
yet somehow it works. He's like, all right, I mean, it might not be the prettiest thing, but I reckon this should help you a bit.
And for the record, Zero he does have some snacks with fortified iron, like Wheaties or something. That has like just a little sprinkle of iron in them. You know, so Zero he does have fortified iron snacks.
Okay.
Oh my god.
They might not hurt that much, but they do have them.
I'm just.
I love it. I love it so much.
We got a little like metal capsule. He just stuffs with Wheaties and launches it out like a shotgun or a blunderbuss.
In the morning, it's the breakfast of champions.
Oh,
that's magic.
I'm so happy I did that.
Yes. Yes, absolutely yes. 100%. This is how it functions. Man, I love these games. So, I think it is shortly after this point that you feel the ship shudder. Right, things have it's been a day and a half that you've been on the route. I wouldn't say on the road, but that's not really, doesn't really work here. That you've been on your journey, and you start to feel some turbulence. I think
Star Trek, like.
Yeah. I think there's going to be an asteroid field or a sort of a debris field that you're going to be actively flying through. And this is one that could possibly hurt your ship. What do y'all want to do about it?
Well, take my feet down off the console.
Oh dang! Now I have to actually steer.
Also,
Anything beyond that? Go ahead.
Zero Heat starts scrolling through this space maps real quick. See if there's a way, kind of skirt or less get around or through this particular field. If there's a way to either get around it or just barely get through it. And check the sky maps.
And I will fly whatever course you plot to navigate
Then
this.
also use the my chrono compass also
Okay.
paired with the space maps to try to do my Han Solo routine. Little main,
Never tell me the odds.
May the force be with you. Little insert here.
I love it. So I think usually I would have the pilot rolling the main check and the other person helping, but I do believe that Zero is the main character of this moment. So I want Zero to roll this. You're going to get at least a +1 for your cartography, and I'm going to give you a +2 for also using the chrono compass.
Let's go.
So,
Not to add too much more, but if it gets too close, I'm going to just get on the weapon system and just shoot it.
Nice. All right, you should get
I also
this.
have my.
and then Morgan, are you helping with this?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Sorry, I didn't want to jump over you there, Blood.
You're good. You're good.
I just wanted to
also
make
have-
sure we knew who was rolling.
Yeet. I have my astral goggles that. Where is their description? They're somewhere. I have lost where the stuff is.
I think they let you
Love it.
see in like different spectrums.
Yeah. See. Advanced sensors with filters enhancing vision perception in space environments.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna loan those to whoever's actually doing the steering.
I
Gotcha.
have those also. I have Astro goggles also, so we can get Maggie a pair of Astro goggles, and we could do like a 1 to twin power activate kind of thing, and work in tandem together.
So yeah, let's so I think that gives a +1 to the help roll here. We got a +2 to the regular roll. I think this is the point where we've got to see what happens as we're traveling through this debris field.
Right? It's the roll, guys. I got an 8. That's the infinity sign, turned straight up and down.
Let's
It's
go!
an 8 without the additions.
Now, here's the question,
Mm-hmm.
Morgan. What did you get?
I rolled a 6, so that
Okay.
is a plus on the assist.
So that gives you an 11 on that roll because you had a +2. The help gives a +1. Woo! So here is what's going to happen. There is what because debris fields and moving astrological objects are a little bit harder to work with in charts. You have estimated travel distances, but those are a little bit harder to work with in your charts. But what you do find in your charts is something completely different. Turns out that slightly out of your way, there is a very unused, because it is treacherous, a black hole. And so what you know that you can do is, if you have a daring captain and you have a fearless navigator who is very good at what they do, you can actually skirt the edge of a black hole, use the time lensing effect of the black hole mixed with the gravitational pull to actually slingshot yourself through a slowed time and cut a full day off the journey, while also avoiding the asteroid field.
Wow.
Yeah, we did the kettle run.
Absolutely. We did the legally distinct kettle run. But yes, here is the thing. So it was going to take about 3 days. You were about a day and a half. So this jump is basically going to put you at the depot. You all pull up to the depot, and there are gunships just littering the sky. There are security drones flying routes around the depot. And it is fully in operation. It's fully there. All of your data was true. But it's about to get dangerous. And I think here's where it's a good time for us to take a quick break before we jump into the second half of our adventure.
Wow. Alrighty, be right back, guys.
We'll be right back, y'all. Welcome back to the One Shot Wonderarium. As always, I'm Tony, and we have some amazing guests here. We are halfway through our adventure, deep in the red reaches of space, out on the frontiers. Our crew has just arrived at the Nif and Wesson Depot, Arms Depot. That's the word I was looking for. Arms Depot, where one player, Jinx, or J1NX, may or may not find some missing parts, some parts that they need. Will that help them with their glitch? We don't know, but it's worth a shot, right? There may also be some other secrets in this depot, and our fine crew of friends has found their way there, supercharging the ship as they go, and cutting off time and making their way through and around an asteroid field. So, as the Nightmare pulls up to just about the edge of sensor range for the depot, this is a gigantic depot. This is a space city, right? This is because you start thinking about these places, right? They need to house workers. They need to, have a small economy to deal with the needs that the workers have. And then there's off time. You don't want workers to start rebelling, so you got to provide entertainment. All of a sudden, you've got a full city based around the town, or based around the factory, or the depot, I should say. And then, since you've already got some things there, you might as well bring in your gunships for a little R&R once in a while. So, as we roll up on the depot with, I would say, 4 gunships docked. These are ships that are much bigger than your current ship. These are ships that would carry other ships, right? So, just so you know, scale-wise, that's what's being docked at the depot. How is your newfound team? How is your newfound team approaching the depot? What are they gonna do to try and find their way in? Are they gonna try to impersonate something? Are they gonna try to sneak in? Are they gonna try, a get help style maneuver?
All right. So, first off, I'd like to apologize because it's been a while since I've been home, apparently. I don't recognize any of this. A lot of it seems new. Like new. So I apologize for that. This was a pit in the ground where we just put random junk and showed up every once in a while and picked it back up. So yeah, I have an idea. I see that. It looks like they have expanded quite a bit. I have an idea, but if it goes sideways, I need to know that someone else has got something, an ace on their sleeve.
I can create darkness. But like,
Let's call that a last resort.
yeah.
All right. Captain, if you can you open a channel of communication just on every channel?
Really can. Flip a couple switches, do something technical looking.
Technical looking.
This is J1NX reporting for mandatory update and upgrades. Please advise.
Howdy there, J1NX. Good to see you back. We lost contact there for a while, it looks like, in your records.
It appears that we have not I have not connected to a system in 286 cycles.
Yeah, that's about right. You're overdue for a lot of upgrades. We're gonna have to get you in quick. Why don't you head on over to what's Bay 32, and we'll start getting you hooked up.
Understood. Heading to General Resource Bay.
Cut off the communications.
And I would say, much like an airport where you have signs around and you have flashing, they're like floating flashing beacons that actually have iconography that point you 32 this way, 17 this way. You're on heading 0320 right now. You're on heading, much like you would at an airport. Because especially if you're new here, where the heck is Bay 17? So
So the plan is get in, take stuff, or because there's a lot of them here. I don't think we'd win if we
Look.
As I properly reboot. To my, let's call it guessing or understanding, I would just like to get in, get what we need, and kind of become scarce. So if you could do that dark trick thingy on the way out, and as long as we don't alert anybody, this should be relatively a quiet procedure.
Do you know how to get where we're going? To the part.
Can I be, frankly, I have no fucking idea. Again, this was a hole in the ground. That is a city.
It's a big city with a lot of guns.
All right, We're gonna fly to dock. You give me a minute. I'll see if I can scare up some intel on where this part might be.
I mean, I could. I'm good at talking and getting people to talk to me. Look at Zuri. Hey.
All right. So we're gonna try and.
We could at least run a distraction.
All right. Look, we're gonna dock, and they're gonna want to upgrade you. That's what you told them.
That is what I told them. I'm sure I could come up with some kind of, I will head the docking unit, whatever, or upgrade unit, whatever, and as long as I'm not escorted, take a left, and all of a sudden, I'm going where I need to go.
All
Okay.
right then.
Problem is, if I am escorted, well then, I'm gonna have to trust all y'all on that.
I mean, I can make a gravity well again.
I mean, we are going into a hornet's nest.
I never said it was a good idea. I just said I could do it.
Fair enough.
Breakfast of Champions.
Breakfast of Champions. He can shoot cereal. They can shoot cereal.
Very well.
All right then. I pull into the appropriate docking bay and I dock my little ship.
Yeah. The ship. It's interesting. The Nif and Wesson airlock. what it actually does is it is this like bright, vibrant violet hue, and you can tell it's sort of magnetically. Uh, it has some sort of magnetic nature to it, because the actual flexible like energy membrane that you move through, when the ship gets close to it, it actually sort of to the front of the ship, much like something with static electricity. As you move your finger towards it, would actually jump to it, and so it sort of then jellos around the actual ship. It also serves as a lot of you would know this, just because this is not a brand new system. This is an interesting like system that they use around the galaxy. It also sanitizes the outside of your ship so that you don't bring like pathogens or like space junk or pests that are clinging to the outside of your ship into their depot.
This is
I'm
a
not
no
getting-
xenomorph situation.
Basically, no xenomorph, no Minox, no terrible nanobots that connect to the outside of your ship. They may actually get past. I don't know that, but it's that sort of thing. So yeah, you are able to land in. This hangar is mostly empty. This is obviously a sort of guest hangar, right? This is not. They're not going to put you right next to one of their battleships because, one, they don't want you that close. You might like take pictures of it and tell people, or there might be some cross contamination of stuff ending up on the wrong ship. Right? It's just logistically, it's a nightmare. So they're putting you in your own clean hangar, and patrolling the hangar. You have guards in these sort of leather jumpsuits. With ruffles sort of here and a red stripe. They're black leather with a red stripe in the middle of the ruffle, sort of down towards a V here. And they are leading these canine creatures with like almost avian legs. And claws and a beak. These are called pulsar hounds. They have sort of shimmering fur and a scaled snout and legs. So yeah, and they're known for their ability to track and hunt.
Can I please pet the baby?
As
Can
soon
I
as I
pet
saw
that
this,
dog?
as soon as I saw this, I knew that would be your reaction. 100%.
Can I pet
I bet that dog.
that dog?
Zero heat. Looks like, they're interested in the dogs. And then they're like, maybe not. They turn away.
Can I pet that dog? We can leave leave the ship now, right? Like out.
Yeah, is anybody actually approaching our ship specifically, or looking like they're gonna come meet us when we disembark?
Well, I think initially, 2 or 3 of these folks do walk towards your ship, and actually like they take the dogs, much like bombs. The creatures, like much like bomb sniffing dogs would walk around the outside, or like you get it like borders. You'll get like canines around the outside of a vehicle to make sure there's not contraband. They'll do that sort of a thing. Yeah, so you can see that. So, and then there is, I think, you see somebody in overalls, like jean overalls, that are sort of slightly greasy, waiting at the entrance to the hangar, watching.
I mean, I'm out and I'm trying to talk to people and pet that dog.
Okay.
Impulse is not a thing I have, or impulse control is not a thing I have.
We're gonna make a luck roll right now.
Okay.
Because I don't know how normal it is for a robot to come in for repair and for people to start jumping out of the ship.
That's right.
And so I'm gonna roll, use a mechanic in here that we've not used yet, called a luck check. And it is a 50-50 chance. You get on the upper side of the dice, this is gonna go well for you. You go on the lower side of the dice, this is gonna go poorly for you. You know what? To make it interesting, let me actually draw this out just a little bit longer for you.
Of course.
To make it interesting, I actually am going to give you the choice of higher or lower.
No, don't make me have any agency in this.
Oh.
Then it's
You have
my
a hand
fault
in
if
your
it
own fate.
fucks up. No. I've been rolling high, so I'm gonna go with low.
You're gonna go
Let's
with
go.
low. This is a called shot, effectively.
All right, drum roll, please.
And that dice decided to just take off. We're rolling another one.
Okay.
All right. Here's the question.
Oh no.
Just for my fun,
You monster.
what number do you think it rolled?
Rolled a 5. It absolutely rolled a 5.
5 or a 4 with their smug little stupid smirk.
It rolled a 1.
Yay! Can I pet that dog? I just want to put the bioverse. Maybe take one home with me. I'll make friends. I'm gonna start like bartering. No.
You'll see this person is walking this like, you know, canine avian sort of hybrid creature, right? And you just see you come streaming out, and I think you have the joy and determination of a child who is like, literally, the energy is, can I pet that dog?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? And you're just going for it, right? And there is a half moment where this hound looks at you very suspicious, because this is a working
Oh yeah,
creature,
no, 100%.
right? And its hackles start to raise.
I have treats.
Do you provide treats?
Hell yeah.
I got snacks.
Zero, he's got snacks.
Zerohe, are you here with them?
Can
Are
I
you
borrow
coming out
some
to pet that
seeds?
dog?
Yeah, I'm not too far away from Sifa because I'm still trying to like catalog everything that's in their
My
houses,
accoutrement.
so yeah.
Amazing. Okay. So yeah, you're able to bring over snacks. And this creature is at first hackles, and then you sort of hold out your hand to reveal the snacks. And you can see immediate excitement.
Hello, baby.
Normally they don't react like that. Normally they're, you know.
I'm really, really good with people and animals. More so the animals half the time, but people too. Hi, how are you? Hi, baby.
Well, she's got a good feel for people, so I'm a little caught off guard. I'm not gonna lie. Normally, people see Tabitha here and they think just
Her name's
she's
Tabitha.
big and scary, and she can be if she wants. I did see her take off a man's arm once, but
Oh, she's so vicious, such a pretty baby.
Before I exit the ship, while they are talking to the guard, confusing the shit out of him because
Absolutely.
because he has this creature that's literally designed to kill, and it's just like, yep, I love it.
I love it. It's my new best friend.
I pull our captain over and quietly as I can. So if this goes tits up, I believe you and I have a mutual acquaintance with the last name Creed. If you have a way to contact them and this goes, tits up, I would very much appreciate you getting a hold of them, because they might be able to get us out of the sticky situation.
I believe I know about someone by that name.
Fantastic.
Now, whether they'll take my calls is something else entirely, but I do know someone by that name.
If everything goes, if everything goes to shit, this is that's a card that I would appreciate you playing.
Meanwhile,
unfortunately, that was not an ace. See, I was hoping you would have an ace up your sleeve. You clearly did not. But I guess I'll settle for a king. It's still a face card. We're good.
No, but it was a random pull, so.
Hey.
And at this point, I would just exit the ship.
I am staying very close to Jinx. Kind of maybe give the impression that, like, I am the person responsible for this droid.
Okay. That's it's very interesting. Jinx, you would know that the person in the sort of mechanic style overalls is surprise, a droid mechanic.
Surprise!
Surprise! Exactly the opposite of what you all thought, I'm sure. And they their entire job is to make sure that you do have the ability to get serviced properly.
Gotcha. Fantastic.
So yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so if that's the case, I am going to again quietly say, I hope this works. Play along, and immediately, forcefully as I can, glitch out. I mean, like, not just like, oh hey, oh hey, like that. I mean, like, the screens that make up my eyes, blue screen. I start twitching in ways that I shouldn't twitch.
I love this, but you're for sure gonna have to roll for it.
Oh, gotcha.
I love this idea, and I'm really excited about it.
Here, let me just trigger my oopsie.
Oopsie indeed.
All right, it's a massive number. It's a 1.
Buddy!
Oh no!
I love it.
Oh, bub.
Wow. All right. So here's what's gonna happen.
I don't fake glitch. I real glitch forever.
Oh.
Two things are gonna happen here. First and foremost, this mechanic is about to get pissed. Maggie, as you come up and this robot starts glitching, they are just going to lay into you. I don't know if you've ever heard like an IT person or a car mechanic who has just seen a vehicle or a thing neglected, just absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
They get furious. And this person is going to get furious with you. So yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is that it's rough because you're leaning into your character, and so I'm not going to make this a critical failure. I like the use of the quirk here. I really do. But yeah, they're going to see you start to glitch out and just lose it on this person who is supposed to be taking care of you. And you can see the way that your system, I would say, they're immediately going to start upgrading you, because they have seen this 100 times. So like, I don't know if you've ever been to a dealership or something like that, where they bring out the little like monitors they plug into underneath your vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the computers and all that.
Yeah, they're basically bringing out a version of that and plugging you in on the spot. Because this is the future, you're also connected to their Wi-Fi. Hurrah! So the moment you start to connect is the moment they decide to, or they're like, oh, we gotta get this thing going. We gotta
If
get
there's
them.
any way I can use this person, like, berating me to pull them into an argument to keep them from immediately upgrading my friend, like, if I just start arguing with them to distract them from their task at hand.
You can give that a shot. It is going to require a roll. Because,
Okay.
right, that's trying to, like, yell at an EMT to keep them from doing CPR. That is the sort of level you're at. They've been yelled at before. They're not
I'll do
gonna...
it.
Yeah, you're going to have to really get them to get it. So, I am going to say, because I have to here, I feel like I have no choice with this one. This is going to be at disadvantage.
Okay. Love it.
We love it. We live it.
The lower of my two d8s is a 5.
All right, a mixed success. So, you're going to see them start to absolutely yell at you. You know, it is on the level of, how the hell could you do this? This is robot abuse. This is, right? Because, once again, they're seeing a sentient being that you were tasked with taking care of that has been, you know, trashed. I'm gonna write you up to the, internal robo review board and,
Internal robo review board.
Look, we had the Robot Protection Agency. I think is the better idea here. But yeah, well, I've now said internal robo review board. So here we are.
Just our
Okay.
IRRB.
Yes.
While they're arguing, what I'd like to do, if I'm able to kind of do
Pull
it while
out?
fake glitching or actually not, as big and like obvious as I can, I announce credit not paid, entering repossession mode, and quick draw my pistol in stun. Let me be very clear about that. It says I can stun with the laser revolver the mechanic.
Interesting.
Okay, we're doing this. Okay.
You're gonna go ahead and stun the mechanic.
I'm just playing
Yeah.
with a dog.
While still trying to
I'm
trying to do like the
I'm
fake
just eating snacks.
glitching, like, oh yeah, no, now I'm just stuck in asset acquisition mode for repossession.
Yeah. This is gonna be wild. Let's have some fun. Go ahead and give me that roll.
Okay.
We'll see what the dice decide.
That's a 7.
Yay!
Not a 1 again. Yay.
That is a 7. Okay. You are 100%, I think, able to go ahead and you hit them with this. Is it?
It's
You
Super
said with
Star
a
Wars. Yeah, it's a stun mode that's on. That apparently the laser revolver says you can either shoot them with a heat ray or stun.
Okay.
So it looks very much Star Wars-y, like the ring that just kind of goes out.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So I think you're going to see. So you will see this person sort of fall over as well, and one of the interesting things is I think that Sifa has started to attract the attention of all of the other, like, what I would call canine officers, basically, right? All of the other security personnel.
I'm just
Have
like
now been-
absolutely conversating with them, keeping all of their attention over here.
Yup. It's completely.
So where do you guys get these? Like, are they available for like outside people, or like are they specifically just for security purposes? Like,
Well, I mean, these fine creatures come from a very specific breeder. We make sure, only the best here. Right? And they talk about, like, you've got to go through a rigorous training program. But you can, every once in a while, you can get one that washed out, right? You can get
didn't quite
like
have the right
nonprofits.
temperament, or
Yeah, nonprofits will do that sometimes.
yeah.
Helping out folks that need their help or whatnot. Those sorts of things. And you can go off of this, but they really like space turkey. Weirdly enough, right? Most people would think they like some red meats, but it's that space turkey is really where it's at.
It's amazing. I love these things.
So while they are distracting them, and I'm assuming I've stunned and knocked out the technician.
Yes, yeah, you have stunned and knocked out. You've
Necked out.
necked out the technician.
Yeah.
You've made out with the technician. No.
Oh no!
A way to do it.
Okay,
So,
adding to vocabulary.
I look and I say, all right, new plan. I'm a mad robot on the loose, and I'm going to distract everyone. You find the upgrade parts. and then we call our friend and get the hell out of here. And I mean, it was do or die for me no matter what. So that is unfortunate, the situation that I have been handed. It was either I come here and get upgraded and I'm not me no more, or I get the pieces and I'm good to go, but I have to get out. So that's what I'm gonna go with. I'd like to apologize for this in advance. Then I stun her.
Ooh. Oh.
I mean, it makes sense though, but go.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It makes so much sense.
Listen, I have laid my plan. I'm either gonna die or I'm gonna I put everything on you guys.
I think given the scenario we've built here, I think you're just able to stun them.
Okay.
I
So-
don't think you have to do anything crazy to get this stun off. Because we've already established lots of commotion and things going on. And you've already succeeded on this roll previously. So I'm just gonna let it ride
So yeah.
here.
So stun, knocked out, and I just start walking towards the back, somewhere like opposite of where I'm hoping they have stuff stored, and basically repeating the phrase, acquisition, repossessing all assets of company, and then just basically if I see someone and they're unaware, just
You're just going through
none,
and knocking people out.
non-lethally taking out as many people as possible. And if I start getting fired upon, I mean, as weird as it's gonna sound, even better, because at least I am somehow taking distraction, and I will try and find like cover or something.
All right. So here is what here's the thought process at the moment. So let's go ahead and do one of these luck checks. You're intentionally getting caught, and I think that's very doable. The level at which you have to make noise and cause damage to get caught, and the reaction of which is up in the air.
Fair
So
enough.
we're gonna do a luck check here to figure out at what level you have to,
Cause
get wrecked.
chaos.
Yes. So, do you want high or low?
Well, we went low last time, so we'll go high.
Okay. This
Come on,
die,
dice.
is a very interesting die. You know that? Because it is feast or famine.
So we an 8 that time, or is it a 1 again?
It's an 8.
Okay.
Hey! Let's go!
Let's see.
Eh,
Oh, wait,
right?
Just imagine I'm walking around like RoboCop style, just like
Do,
get down,
do,
scum.
Do, do,
I-
do.
So I think what happens is, as you start, like, you turn up your amplification, so it's shouting now, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have their attention no more.
Right, and you see several of the sort of like K9 security officers pull aside and go, shit, right? And they release the hounds.
Bye, puppies.
The hounds actually group up, and they put out this. About 3 of them run to you, about 10 feet away, 10 yards away, somewhere in there. And as they get close, they open wide at their beaks and let out a screech. And this sonic wave stuns you. Stiff as a board, just boom, honk.
Okay.
So,
Wait, so did point of question.
yes.
So did Jinx stun Maggie?
Yes.
Damn it. So we got 2 prone people who we gotta deal with, huh?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to care for the mechanic, that's 3, in fact. But they may not matter.
I'ma go wake up Maggie.
I'm gonna take my snacks and throw them in the direction. I'm gonna like jingle them so that you know dog birds kind of catch me, whatever, and then I'm gonna throw them in the direction past all of their handlers, so that they would have to like run past the handlers to get to the snacks. I'm gonna jingle like snacks.
Nums.
Okay. And you're sending the snack. So what? I guess here's the question: what is your goal with this?
My goal with this is to remove them from around Jinx, so that we can figure out how to get Jinx and Maggie up out of here.
Okay.
So try to have them run past the their handlers and kind of like cause a little confusion. Maybe not a lot of time, maybe not. Who knows? But just try to like shift them away from there so we can get over there.
Okay. So this is going to be at disadvantage then, I think, because this is creatures that were getting fed, were getting treats, and then immediately jumped into work mode. And you're trying to get them back out of work mode against their handlers' wishes, back to treats that they already left.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yep.
It's doable. And we're gonna let the dice decide here, but it is gonna be difficult.
All right. Let's go. Yeah. Nah.
What's the actual result here? Oh, ooh.
Is there a way to flavor it
my
that? Oh
snacks
no, I'm scared. Snacks full.
Well, so
Oh.
it's gonna get real interesting real quick here.
Oh.
So, as you wave these around, you're going to see the canine officers are going to immediately level their weapons at you, because what you're doing is pretty obvious to them here. And 3 people have just gotten stunned. The hounds are out. Everybody's in work mode. And they're staring down someone trying to distract them. So it is for sure. Hey, good thought. Don't get me wrong. It just didn't go your favor.
At this point, that Jinx thought to himself, "Man, maybe I shouldn't have knocked out the only person I told my plan to, but I needed to seem convincing."
I am back to consciousness now, right?
I went.
Yes.
As soon as this happened, I was going over and trying to get you up. So.
I would like to.
Go ahead.
Before the mechanic is revived, I would like to try to pocket his little computer.
Okay. Before he's revived, you'd like to put. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say, because you'll only have a few seconds. But I think with as crazy as it's going, I think you're able to do that.
Yeah, if I can make it look like I'm going over to assist him, and I'll even wake him up. I don't have any beef with this guy. But before I wake him up, I'd like to just snake that little computer.
I have pockets.
Okay. You do, in fact. It is about hand size, so it is. I will say it is going to take up an equipment slot.
That's fine.
Not that you guys have collected a lot of equipment, so it may not matter, but you know, just for awareness. So yeah, you're able to go ahead and pocket that computer. But you also notice that Zero is in trouble. The trouble has sort of just shifted all the way around.
All right, I am going to stand up, dust myself off, and say to the room at large, "All right, everybody, calm the hell down. You," I point at Zero. "Knock it off." You all, I point at the guards. We calm the hell down. The robot's out.
Robot's out, but look. They don't pay us to risk our lives. They pay us to, make sure shit like this robot doesn't happen.
We came here because they were malfunctioning. Obviously, you can see malfunctioning. Am I in the right
True
place
that,
or not?
Hey, robot may be malfunctioning, but what's their excuse? And they're gonna nod over at Zero He.
The robot is still
I don't know if
technically...
you noticed. I'm traveling with a pair of idiots.
I'm just here. I was petting the puppy, and then you got knocked out, and I came to help you. How am I the idiot?
I have a lot of snacks.
Snacks.
I like to share.
Your Honor, my client pleads really, really, really innocent.
I have snacks.
Like, not just in this case, just in general. They don't know better.
So innocent.
I don't know.
No survival instincts whatsoever. They saw them running one way, thought, okay, well, over there's fine for the snacks for now.
Puppy, stay away from my robot friend who shot a bunch of people.
We were talking to people about dogs for the first part. We only saw heard you start yelling, and then saw Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm just gonna take my droid here. We're gonna take it to a repair bay. Get this all taken care of, and then you won't see hide nor hair of us again.
That'll be good.
I'm still stunned.
Yes.
Okay.
Yours. Well, so what happened is I think after they put the stun on you, I think if you're okay with this, they're probably gonna follow that up because why wouldn't they? With like some sort of immobilization handcuffs or something.
That's fine.
If you're in Star Wars, it'd be like a restraining bolt, right? So yeah, that's the kind of thing that we're dealing with at this point. Is they've gone, all right, we've had something go rogue. We for sure need to put, something on them.
Nope, that's perfectly fine.
But yeah, so that's what we got going on. These these guards are going to say, all right, look, as long as you get on, we'll take care of this bot. You maybe stay inside your ship. How about that? That way, no more miscommunications happen.
The bot does not go unsupervised by one of my team.
Can I go? I wasn't a part of the distraction or the anything. I was just asking about your dogs. I promise to behave.
Our technicians really don't like to be watched when they're doing their thing.
I won't watch them.
You're just gonna stare at the floor.
I mean, if I have to.
What's in it for me?
I'm gonna go start digging through my bags. And come out with one of my crystals. So this one I kind of infused with a little bit of luck. That's all we say.
Luck.
Luck. And
Okay, what is that?
Basically, by holding on to this and keeping it like actually touching your person, so usually I'd suggest wearing it as, I don't know why I've gone southern, but this is apparently where we've gone.
You started going southern a while back.
I noticed. I know, yeah.
You started going southern, I believe, like when the robot started talking more southern, you started feeding
we
off of that.
all it's fine. It's fine. ADHD is fun.
I've been treating it with a real light touch.
Listen, you went real southern basically when you said, "Can I pet that dog?"
Can I pet that dog?
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
That's where you peaked.
Yeah. So basically, I'd suggest usually wearing it as like a necklace or a bracelet or something like that, right? And it'll just kind of put the idea into it as you're putting it on, and you'll have luck in that specific aspect. So like, say you're putting it on thinking about your special lady or man, and they'll just be a little bit more in your favor that way. Or maybe something for your job promotions.
I mean, I've been trying for that, shift manager gig for a little while here.
I won't look at the technicians while they're working. You get this, I go with him. I got a data pad I can just kind of like read stories on. I don't connect it to the internet. There's no camera on it.
You know what? Fine. Yeah, let's do that. I'll just thank you for the charm here. It'll be nice.
There we go. See? Everyone's happy. And I'm gonna go try and like get Jinx up. So what part we looking for?
And you can see the mechanic is right there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're looking like a full upgrade. We're gonna have to probably. It looks like central processor, maybe a little shot. We're gonna have to upgrade the BIOS here. That sort of stuff, right?
Yeah. And I'm just like waiting for Jinx to like kind of give me some sort of
I'm restrained and unable to move, talk, do nothing.
You could probably talk.
Oh, okay. Well, what am I gonna say? I got the mechanics right there. I'd be like, "Hey, knock him out so we can get going." Key component missing is OS system. Cracked OS system.
Right. And so are we going somewhere to do this, or because like obviously him doing it out here wasn't the best.
Yeah, we got a bay for this, and to make sure that when we reboot, they don't fall over on us. Because that's a real big issue. Had a cousin lost an arm like that.
Oh dang! There's a lot of losing arms in this place. Tabitha took one. Did Tabitha take his arm, or was it?
No, Tabitha didn't take his arm. It was my other cousin that lost that arm.
Oh, dang. Okay, so like family business thing. And as we're walking, and I'm trying to like keep him very distracted and letting Jinx kind of like look around for what he needs.
I got a lot of one-armed cousins.
Dang, all right.
How many guards are there with the dogs?
How many? One more time. Oh, guards with the dogs.
Yeah.
3 or 4 is what I'd say.
And how many arms total do they have?
All of the guards have at least look like all of their arms. Some may have replacements, but due to their leather suits, you may not even know that they have replacement arms.
Problem is, we're in a weapons factory. Everyone's got arms.
Everyone has
They got
arms.
two arms on their, they got their 2 arms, and then they've got lots of other ones.
But yeah, so I guess on our way, I guess cracked up operating system. Is there a way we would? Where would we even begin to look for that shit fuck?
So I did steal the mechanic's computer, which presumably I'm hoping, when he like diagnoses what part the android would need replaced, it would also tell him where in the facility he could locate and procure such a component.
My first thought was like a Home Depot scanner. I don't know.
Basically.
Home Depot's not the only place that uses it, but I immediately went to Home Depot for some reason.
Aisle 4, Bay 15, you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, you are able to ride up an elevator. These elevators are interesting because they're not like elevators on Earth. They are pneumatic and can go in 3 directions. Or
3 dimensions?
3 dimensions. That's the word. Yeah.
Up and down, but only forward. Ever.
Never go back.
Yeah, they can go in 3 dimensions. So,
Wow.
wow. So yeah, you start taking off, and it goes pretty quick actually. But what's interesting, because it's pneumatic, you feel this, and then it pauses for a hot second, and then.
Okay.
Because they're shoving. They're basically pressurizing the space in between elevators and moving all of the elevators at once with pneumatic shoves. So you have to stop when everyone needs to get off, or when anyone needs to get off anywhere. But you get places pretty quick. It just you stop.
There's a couple of stops. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. And so you are taken to this bay. This bay has sort of a robo imprint where, like, most of the robots they make are roughly the same shape, but some are, slightly differently shaped, right? Not massively, but they basically are the rough general shape, and then you can ratchet in certain spots to make sure that it fits exactly what you need, and this robot's not going to fall over on you. And so they strap you into this robo operating table.
And where are the parts? Are they're gonna come here, or are you gonna go get them, or?
And there's a parts locker for general use parts in this room.
I'm just interfering and making this take as long as possible to give everyone else time to do.
You're just making it take as long as possible? Okay.
I'm basically just giving them enough time to see, because are they, I can't remember, they're not, she she has the thingy to where she can go look for the cracked thingy. Thingy is apparently the only word I have anymore.
Yeah, I noticed that. So, you are your setup is such that I'm not sure what the other crew is fully doing at this moment, and I don't know that you were sure what the other crew is fully doing at this moment.
I was hoping they were gonna go get the part, but I also don't.
This plan is
trust
very half baked, and you'll just have to figure out where it goes at the same time the rest of us do. So you're stalling, right?
I'm stalling. I'm making sure that they don't do an upgrade on Jinx.
So, since you are stalling, we are going to bounce over to our other crew instead of make you roleplay out the whole stall.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And based on how that goes, I may come back to you and have you make a roll.
Yeah.
So, what is our other crew doing?
I have not re-embarked onto my ship. I am just sort of hanging out in the bay.
Okay.
But I assume they're watching me pretty closely.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to go talk to them.
Okay. Is there a specific one you'd like to talk to in general, or just all of them?
Just any of them, whoever's closest to me.
Okay. Hello? What's up? What's going on?
Look, I can go back onto my ship and waste the time away, but to be honest, I don't rightly feel like doing that. If you could point me in the direction of a gentleman named Creed, he's an old friend who, I'd like to...
So real quick.
Creed's a pirate, isn't he?
If you know Creed,
oh, yeah,
you would know that he is for sure not here. Before
I will
you
pick
get
a different
yourself
name
in hot
then.
water. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that I misremembered.
I was like, wait, nope, I told you. The Creed I meant was a different Creed than the one I think you're trying to call.
My
That's
notes
why I had to step in real quick.
are a goddamn hot mess.
Valid.
Very valid.
Nobody can throw me literally any proper noun as a person's name. What was that?
John's.
John.
You can also, once again, you have contacts. If you would like to make somebody up who is your contact,
that's what I'm trying to do. I just cannot invent a name right now. Like,
okay,
between you and me,
so
their name is Murphy.
Table.
Because we tend to invent mostly guy names, I'm gonna make this name not a guy name. This is McKenna.
Okay, I'm fine with that. If you could point me to where McKenna works, that's an old friend of mine who I wouldn't mind dropping in on.
You know McKenna? Like, runs the whole, online distribution platform, McKenna?
Look, I walked in here with one of your droids. I'm not a nobody. My friend and I, just while we're here, we might as well make a visit.
Could I can page McKenna for you. And they're gonna hop on their squawk box and say, "Hey, can we get a line out to McKenna? I got somebody here who claims to be acquainted. What's your name?"
Taylor Maggie's here.
Lady by the name of Maggie. And you'll hear Taylor McKenna's come down. And McKenna will shortly arrive, not long after. So yeah. What is your plan with McKenna?
My plan, my hope, is that she likes me enough to let me try to get away with something here.
Okay.
I'd like her to at least like get me out from under the eye of these guards.
Okay. So you're gonna just try to use a favor to.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So let's go ahead and that's gonna need a roll, I think.
All right. My
I'll
friend
give you a plus
Zero
one for using.
and I sure would love a tour of this facility.
So I'll give you a plus one because you do have the I know a guy quirk.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna call it.
That is with my +1. That's a 5.
Okay. And you'll see McKenna is this older, dark-skinned woman who has sort of tired eyes. She goes, "You want me to help you? Last time we parted ways wasn't so nice. Why,
We sure would love a tour of your facility.
I heard you the first time. I understand what you would like. Here's the question. Why should I give it to you?
I got some junk on my ship. First pick.
You get the same kind of junk that got me in trouble last time?
Look, I don't control what gets you in trouble. All I control is what's on my ship.
I remember you saying, this is totally legal. Don't be worried at all.
Look, legality is largely based on the jurisdiction in which you find yourself.
Here's the thing. The jurisdiction in which I found myself was thinking you had my best interest at heart. What are you going to do for me?
Who says I don't? Look, we go way back.
That history ain't so great.
Oh no.
It's not so bad.
Zero he? Kind of shuffles over. It's like, I got maps. Pretty maps. Treasure maps. Lots of maps.
You got
You got the
treasure
map.
maps. Now, I mean, I might could do a bit of treasure hunting on my way out of here some days. What you got for treasure map? Wait a minute. You're one of them cartographer folks, ain't you? You know what? I got a better idea. How about you and me, we make a deal. I know you got one of those super secret maps. You let me have that, y'all can do whatever you want.
All right. Put it through. For my super secret maps. Right? But the super secret map, which they don't know, the find this particular type of, I don't know, treasure, but the translation's wrong. So it's not really treasure, but might be like gold. The translation's wrong. So when they finally get to the treasure, it'll be
Like
pebbles.
a set of flowers.
Yes, something totally different.
It's just
But they don't
snacks.
know that.
Just
Yeah, just snacks.
Just snacks.
just snacks.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
yeah, so I do this beautiful looking treasure map because they do all the frilly stuff around it too. They make it really, really nice and everything. And then I go into this long, big, lore about the treasure and everything. And tell her that it's in this secret, gravity well between two stars. So it's invisible. But this will get you there.
Yeah, that's someone who's useful.
I always
All
have
right.
been good at making friends.
And enemies.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah. So what is it you wanted to see?
I would love to see where you keep spare mechanic parts.
For mechanic parts. It kind of depends. For what kind of a thing are you looking for spare mechanic parts?
Spare?
Spare.
Well, let's say you hypothetically had a droid that needed some maintenance. I would just love to see how you store those kind of parts. Since I store parts on my ship all the time.
So, you just want to see one of the warehouses? Is that what I'm seeing?
I'd love to because if I was able to look up exactly where that part was stored.
It's a cracked operating system, correct?
That is what the mechanic said about your droid. You didn't ever actually get what the part was from the droid themselves.
They
droid-
told us
Yeah,
what they needed when they first interacted with me back on the planet in the
Literally, the first thing
cantina.
Jinx said was, "Hey, I'm
Oh.
looking for a cracked OS. Do you
Oh,
have one?"
Never mind. Sorry, I apparently forgot completely about that. I remember that now. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Well, I don't. The OS wouldn't be. There's some physical media it's stored on, but it's usually not. We're not in the days of USBs anymore, right? A lot of it we do, via cloud stuff. So,
Just need a copy.
if I get you a copy of this OS, are you gonna get out of here and leave me to my day?
Peacefully as I showed up.
And you get maps.
Oh, I forgot blood wasn't actually involved.
Nope.
You know what? I can get you that. It's gonna cost you though.
We got the maps, and you get tired of hanging around here. You can come on a ride with me whenever you want.
That sounds like something I don't really want to do. But what I am interested in though is maybe we go and you give me just how about this? I'm looking to retire, and I'm looking to fill out my retirement fund. Maybe you make a contribution.
What's contribution?
Whatever those maps lead to ought to be compensation enough.
Yeah. The trick is, I've been around the block a time or two with folks like y'all, and last time I trusted it didn't work out either. So we're past the trust. We're now in verified technology or territory.
Look, McKenna, I can give you whatever I have in my pockets, but you and I both know that won't be enough to make you happy.
No, but it'll tide me over for now till I get to this treasure.
I reach into my pockets and I give her every bit of physical money I have on me. Which, like, isn't, like, a whole lot. It's enough to, like, buy myself drinks and etc.
Yeah. We'll say it's about 125 bucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
A non-massive, but enough money to, like, have a nice dinner, you know, a few things like that.
Yeah.
Thank you much. And they're gonna say, come with me to my office. And they'll get you a USB. Right, not a USB, but the futuristic USB, whatever that is.
Yeah,
A physical
USB.
copy. Space USB. In fact, a universal USB.
Wow.
But you said, you said space turkey earlier, and it was like the funniest pair of words I've ever heard in my life.
I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I had that in my brain. I was like, oh, we gotta say this. But yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you can. That will net you a copy of the operating system. Now you just have to save your friend, if they count as such.
They do.
Yay!
I don't know. There was a lot of quiet when I said you had to save them.
I know, right? That's why I just put it. I was like, no, they count. They count.
I was thinking logistically, like, is she gonna hand over just like the exact iOS I'm running on, essentially? I need a cracked version to get rid of all the, like, you know, hey, I work for this company and I'm slave to this company.
Hey, once you have the base, maybe you could get it cracked.
Fair enough.
You're almost there. It's a step in the right direction, at least, right?
Yeah.
Now, if only somebody knew some pirates that might be able to crack an OS or something, you know?
Yeah. So if it's been like a few moments that they've been like going back and forth while trying to put these upgrades on me,
yeah,
I'm just gonna drop the whole like polite robot thing and go, darling, I don't think they're coming. Like, I think you might have to like get me out on your own.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. God damn it. Dark. Winter veil.
Well, I'm okay.
Oh, you hit the dark?
I hit the dark.
Okay. So it's a spell, so that is going to require a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
My dice. It ran away.
How many dice are under your table now, Blood?
A lot. It's all good.
I love imagining it's just sitting there for like 15 minutes going, huh, I don't think they're coming.
I don't think they're coming.
Shit.
I'm gonna use the tiny dice.
Yeah, because it rolls away worse? Or...
No, it actually rolls away less. Because it's less... I don't have a lot of area right now. Because I have my drawing tablet pulled out. Because I was working on emojis. Anyway, 6.
Okay. 6 is a mixed success.
That seems to be where I sit.
Yes, I love this. Okay, your spell is accidentally supercharged. And you are casting darkness, right? You're
So
casting a veil of darkness.
It's called Lunar Veil.
Okay.
The exact wording on it is envelops an area in darkness. Lasts 1d8 rounds or minutes.
6 is full success.
Oh, 6 is full success. Never mind. This works.
This works.
Like, wait a minute.
Good catch there. I thought it was a mixed success.
I was
4,
gonna
5
roll
is
with it.
mixed. 6 to 8 is full.
That's what it is. Okay. When you play too much Powered by the Apocalypse, sometimes the ranges, because they're slightly different.
Yep.
But anyway, all right. So yeah, you're able to cast this Veil of Darkness.
And I'm guessing this is just kind of like a little room off to the side, right?
What is a little room off to the side?
Where he's trying to like do these upgrades and stuff like that. You said it was like basically an office mechanics area. So it had like the table and stuff like that. So basically, I just want the entire room to be dark.
Okay.
And I'm hoping he undoes himself and we can just skedaddle. And I can just confuse this poor man who is trying to help us so valiantly.
The room full of darkness.
Yeah, you're currently in darkness.
Fantastic. Darlin, I appreciate it, but I am literally unable to move.
Well, shit.
I have this restraining bolt on my chest that needs to be removed for me to move.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go try and blindly take that apart.
Okay. Let's see. Cause yeah, you don't really have any hacker or anything, do you?
No, I'm a space witch. I got magic.
I'm a space witch.
I'm a space witch.
Alright. This is probably prudent against my health, but if you can real quick before he figures out where he is positioned in the room, I need you to put that ion disruptor around my chest and just run. It should short circuit it, I think, and let me get back up. If not at, as feeling as good as I was.
I mean,
or you kill me. One of the two.
Or you kill me.
No pressure.
I have my astro goggles still. Would that help me see through this?
That's for just the darkness, isn't it?
So the astro goggles like enhance something.
Or sight in
sorry,
space.
for space. Yeah, in space.
Well, it also lets her see different spectrums, like
Yeah.
heat vision and infrared and crap like that.
Yeah, you could. I think you could see infrared probably. We're a little bit more advanced. You might be able to have an EM mode, where you can actually just see different electromagnetic waves in different colors.
Goggles. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I got this. I got this.
You got this. You got this.
I'm taking it. I'm gonna try and unhook him, and then we're gonna skedaddle. Let's get away.
Okay.
Do.
So, are you gonna do the iron disruptor to the chest plan, or?
or just take me apart, or take it apart.
How does it look like it's gonna be a pain in the ass to like get off of him without destroying it?
So that would be. It is going to be a roll for sure.
Okay.
It would be probably a little complicated.
Well, because I saw what's his name put it on him.
Yes. Diffusing it is usually a little more complicated.
Okay. Damn.
Right? Like, you know, it's not like you just put in a code.
That's fair. Yeah. No. I'm gonna break it with the ion.
All right. Ouch.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, but
it is still going to require a roll, but I think with guidance from your friend here, and with you can with your ion disruptor and that sort of stuff, you're gonna get +1.
sweet.
I probably should have the robot roll for that +1.
Okay.
So, because I assume the pointed at my chest and a little bit of directional stuff is probably like, hey, don't
That's
shoot
7.
me in the heart. Okay. Yep, you'll get that +1.
That's an 8.
You're way too gleeful.
It's an 8.
Right?
+1.
I think she got a crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, because I just heard it's a +1.
It's an 8.
uh,
Sorry.
You're okay. I don't know why you're apologizing, friend.
I don't know. It's fine. Beep beep beep.
So yes, that is 100% a crit. So, I think 2 things happen here. One, you obviously get this off of your friend. And 2, I think this is the type of thing where you're able to maybe rework it a little bit. And so this is the type of device that will now disable and stun someone or some other thing if you put it on them. So you've now turned this into something you might be able to use.
I mean, I really need this mechanic to stay in here even after we're gone.
Probably.
Toby, no! God fucking damn.
Poor Toby. Poor Toby.
Well, if I am free,
Wookie.
I mean, at no point did they say they. I mean, it's my hand. No point did they say they took my gun away. So the moment the darkness clears up, I'm going to stun the mechanic in the room, and I'm just gonna say, yeah, we need to book it. I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
for stun.
No, I think at this point we've established you can for sure stun somebody. So you are able to stun them 100%. I think pretty easily at this point, right? And now it's time to take off and get out of here.
Yeah, I believe we need to just get the hell out of here. I'll figure my problem out later. Okay? This was a horrible idea. Every part of it. No part of it was good. You know what? The glitches aren't that. I can live with them.
We got this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Off we go. And just
we go,
so
indeed.
mechanic is unconscious. Yeah, sure. We totally, definitely got him upgraded. Time to go.
Okay. So you're able to get out of here. You have probably 2 minutes before an alarm is raised. So at this point, you're probably gonna have to book it.
Valid. Fair. Run.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not. There was no question. I'm just running.
Okay.
The moment we're in the
Okay.
same hangar, if they're outside the ship, I'm literally just making the gesture of get the ship, get the ship, get the ship, get the ship.
I have been, ever since we got what we came for, I have been trusting that you guys would make it out on your own, and if
I'm
not,
glad you had
know,
faith
oh
in
well.
us because
I
my faith was
have
in
just
you.
been on the ship very, very casually, very, very like, oh, just doing all of my pre-flight like checks and all of that stuff, so that assuming that you would hit the ship running, we can get the fuck out of here.
Pathetic old
And I think they make it back to the ship. Okay. But now you're gonna have to get the ship out of here with an alarm blaring.
Fine.
Bye, Tabitha!
All right.
Let's go.
I have a very, very creative and very, very dangerous and stupid plan.
Love to hear.
But I need everyone else's help because I literally can do none of this.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, Zero, can you plot us a course that if we happen to conveniently have a black hole at that spot, we could do exactly what we did to get here, to go as far away from here as quickly as possible. If our witch friend here is able to create another singularity. I know that the chances of this succeeding are probably less than 1%, but if let's just say they get 1% chance to hit us, and they shoot 36 billion times, we're gonna die.
Right. Look to my maps. That's something that fits the bill.
Oh, so to make this work, at least in my mind, you need to be able to use your magic real good and do your mumbo jumbo stuff. You need to do maths real good and figure out space-time continuums, and you need to convey that information well enough to our pilot to not drive us directly into a black hole we create.
Would this be a bad time to tell y'all that I can also make warp gates?
You can make what?
I'm sorry, what?
What did you say you can make?
A warp gate opens a
Oh,
temporary
really?
portal to another location, allowing for instant travel.
Is there a limitation to how far that can go?
The dice.
As soon as we get out of this hangar, you just open one up. We'll fly through it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna just start getting it prepped.
Whatever plotting verbiage that I can add to assist, esoteric number here.
Yeah.
Twiggly symbol
Basically,
here.
I'm waiting. I'm basically gonna try and aim for wherever Zero tells me to, predominantly in my head, and warp gate us out of here.
Wow, that's big.
It's a heavy one.
Captain, just to up our odds a bit, did you happen to call the acquaintance that I asked you to call if things went tits up?
I don't think things have gone that bad quite yet, and I toss you the disk drive.
All right.
But yeah, I guess Am I rolling for that? I've got to roll for that, obviously, because spell.
You
But,
gotta roll for it.
Yes, you do.
so off we
Come on, let's
go,
do it.
and where is my little dice? Where did it? There it is. So that's a 4.
Were
Do we
we
have any
able to
adjustments to
toss
that?
in any assists on that, or
I
think we would have had to assist me before that point.
Yeah, I think so. I know that there was a lot of planning flying around.
Yeah.
I am going
If
to say
not,
for
that's
this
fine.
one, side note, I'm letting you do it, but I'm gonna negate the help because your space witch is only supposed to have 2 spells.
Oh shit! Was it really?
Uh,
I can.
Yeah,
I
that's
can,
what you said earlier. That's why I'm like, yeah, we gotta do the dark thing because you specifically said you only had 2 spells earlier.
Yeah.
Well, I came up with a plan. I came up with.
So that's
we cannot do that.
I'm
one,
letting
I'm
that
sorry.
pass, but
No.
that does mean
I can take like a big hit from that one, which is kind of what I was thinking was going to be the cost for it any fucking
So.
way.
You know what? I will. Here's because it's still not certain. I will allow a help action if you take either 3 points of well, it's 4 points of life or endurance.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
This is a big fucking spell.
So 4 points.
4 points.
Okay, no problem.
Usually spells cost 1 for those of you who didn't keep track / don't remember.
Gotcha.
I mean,
well,
I'm still good.
Zero Heat, you're the one that's gonna plot the course, so I'm gonna
Let's
assume
go.
you're gonna be the one that's gonna have to help.
okay.
Getting me an
Oh.
accurate like description of a location, maybe. Basically.
All right. So I'm rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's go. You got a 7.
Okay. That gives you a +1, bringing your total to 5,
Which is a mix.
which is
That's
a
a
mixed
mix.
success. But it's still a success.
It might just be a little, bumpy crumpy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's gonna be bumpy grumpy. Here is what's going on. While Zero is plotting your way out, you are taking care of a lot of things and trying to there's a lot of ritual components going on, a lot of things going up, and there's people talking about how do I do this, right? And you've got the robot glitching over there, and Maggie is pretty quiet, though I almost feel like Maggie is the type of person that has the radio on just for some noise, there's some music playing in the background too, and you got a lot of distractions going on. And so your spell goes slightly awry. You create a warp, but instead of you going through it, something else comes out of it.
Okay.
A fleet of plasma phantoms stream through the warp hole.
I think I messed
These
up.
are and these creatures start laying waste to the gunships and the depot.
Yeah, works for me.
This is full chaos. It is your chance, maybe, to escape. But following these plasma phantoms is a flagship called the Scream. And that flagship is the maiden flagship of the Banshees.
Oh. Oh,
You hear over their comms. Hey, Maggie. Nice to see you.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Thanks for the score.
I don't care what happens to this station. We should just go.
yeah, we should get out there.
So, what's the next move?
Zoom.
That can get us out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking punch it.
I
Perfect.
man the
Maggie?
guns in case.
Love that. I'm gonna take that as a help action here. Maggie, you're gonna have to pull off some spectacular flying because they are also opening fire.
Oh, damn it.
That's an 8 on my help action.
Nice.
Yay!
Let's go.
Maggie, you're a
Nice.
pilot, so you are getting a +1. With that help action, you're getting a +2.
All right. That is a 6 plus 2 is 8.
Nice.
Let's go.
All right. So you are basically, there's a moment of like, hey, you all need to buckle in now. Let's go. And the ship is doing one of those where it barrel rolls completely. And you are in this moment a leaf on the wind. Forget that we're in space and there's no wind. You are a leaf on the wind.
I
Be
don't,
the leaf.
given being the pilot of this vessel, I don't know that I love that for me.
Hey, you may not love it, but here we are.
Be impressed it's being held together from the description you gave of the vessel.
Right. It is. There are moments where phantoms
it received.
are within within a meter of hitting the ship, and what the phantoms do, by the way, they will freeze, making the armor and pieces of the ship super brittle. That will then break off. That is how phantoms attack ships. They're a well-known astral phenomena. You are making it your way past. It's going to be probably, I would say, 2 rounds-ish before you're out of firing range. What else you got going on? What other ideas are we doing? Are we firing back?
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead and make me that weapons roll. And where are you firing at? Are you firing at phantoms? Or are you firing back at their ship?
I'm firing at phantoms. I know they're firing at us, but I'm firing at phantoms because they're probably going to hit us. Yeah, they're probably more likely to hit us. That was a 6.
Okay. That is a partial success, right? Or no, that's a full success. I almost made the mistake again. Yeah, you're able to take a chunk out of their ship. You can see their shields are starting to weaken.
He was shooting at the phantoms.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the phantoms. Can you tell we're at hour 4? Yeah, you take a shot at the phantoms, and you're able to actually do sort of the spiraling out fire pattern that clears a ship-sized hole in the phantoms in front of you.
I just yell while I'm shooting. Darkness mumbo jumbo behind us now.
Okay. I guess I'm putting darkness behind us.
I'm making sure that Sifa got snacks because Sifa's already been tapped out, with the magic. So make sure,
I'm gonna have to eat and sleep a good deal after this.
Just say like, I got snacks.
I love it. Because we've been sort of, you know what? Zero he. Give me a check real quick.
All right.
For navigation, or your...
For something
Got a
else.
4.
Oh,
Okay. Well, that was a luck check. For something else.
no. Okay.
It's fine. Everything's fine. So we're gonna move on.
Everything's not
You got. Let's get your magic roll.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 7, and then I'm gonna take some of my life away this time because my endurance is getting real fucking low. But it's fine because we're both still okay. But yeah. So, oh my God, what is that? Oh no. The batteries just died in my fire alarm thingy. It's gonna start beeping.
We're almost to the end. We're
Oh my
almost to
God.
the end.
Those are just the klaxons on the ship, telling us that we are in horrible imminent danger.
There we go.
Yes,
Beep,
that's
beep.
what they are. There we go. Like that. Save.
Yep. So this is round 2. Let's go ahead and get well, unless actually no, we needed the magic roll. Sorry. I got distracted from there.
I rolled a 7.
7. Okay. You are able to put some darkness around the ship.
On the back end specifically, that way they can't see us and we're just taking off.
Okay. So you are able to just take off. They're going to take another shot at you because why the hell wouldn't they? At this point, but this is going to be at disadvantage, which you guys are actually rolling for it, so it means you guys get advantage for this dodge. Is really the truth. So let's go ahead, Maggie. Give me that dodge at advantage +1.
Advantage +1. We've got at advantage +1 that comes to an 8.
Yay!
All right. Yeah, you're able to keep up your spiral. There's nearly sweat in your eyes at this moment from the insanity of the last few minutes, but you're able to keep it going. One last round for everybody to do anything else they want to do, or I guess a round and a half left. So if you guys have any more tricks in the bag, it's time to pull them.
I mean, if there's still
Keep shooting?
phantoms in front of us, just I'ma shoot them.
Okay.
If they can't see us and they can't hit us from behind, I'm gonna shoot whatever's in front.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep the darkness going.
That's a 1.
Oh.
Oh no. That's not great.
Probably not.
That's not bad.
It's fine, we're fine.
The front of the ship, you are headed directly towards phantoms, and the cloud is heavy as they keep pouring out of the warp portal.
Oh my Jesus.
So I assume, I don't know what the time frame is on this darkness stuff. I'm gonna say it's still up, by the way, because that makes sense to me. Zero He and Sifa, anything y'all want to do?
Oh, I got snacks at this point, but
I got snacks.
I got snacks for the victory celebration after we get out of this, because we're gonna get out of this. So I give her a little, let's go.
Okay. As we're keeping going on this, what I'm actually going to do, instead of finishing this out, because it seems like we're headed towards an obvious conclusion here, I am going to ask everyone to make their own check here. And I'm going to use that to wrap up this story narratively.
That was a 7.
That was
Got an
a
8.
2.
Also a 7.
Okay, so 3 successes and a failure. Um, for the failure, I think you try the warp portal again. To try and get out of here, you shut the other warp portal, and you try the warp portal again. This time using a different set of coordinates provided by Zero He. And it is going to cost you another 4 points.
Yeah.
Which should probably put you in the danger zone.
Yeah. Regardless of whether I use my life or my endurance, I am damn low. I'm gonna be unconscious at the end of this, guys.
And you open up this warp portal. Maggie is able to fly the ship into it. And the crew, a couple of phantoms follow. Jinx is able to ping them as they come in. Zero He. There's Zero He. In front of you, you see something you've always wanted to see, but never had a crew who could put eyes on it. Much like the Library of Alexandria was burned down, there was a repository of knowledge and of maps hidden away from a civilization that decided to pick a fight and lost it. They lost an untold amount of knowledge. You see before you the remains of a floating, I wanted to say scholarship, but that's not quite right. An archive ship.
I mean, scholarship is technically probably still right, but also
right. From the Injurine people. The Injurine people were a studious folk, but they fell in after a leader who whipped them up into a frenzy and a fury, and they tried to take on a larger force and just were decimated. Their knowledge was lost. This is a treasure you have been searching for your entire life. So.
You can do repairs here.
We can do repairs here. Yeah, sure, totally. Anywhere we go, I'm gonna need a nap.
And I think they pass out at this point. At this point, just whoomp. And I think that's a great fade out moment. Is our story started with somebody fainting and ended with somebody fainting.
I love it.
So appropriate.
I do think because you all are there to help, they won't die. For the record, for those of you who are unsure or worried, they're not going to die. They do need some medical attention, but there are things on the ship for that.
And the feast will be great because I have a cookbook.
Yeah.
Yes, the cookbook.
I love it. This has been an amazing session of Galactic Grit. I hope you all have enjoyed. Before we leave out, I know each of you have your own projects. Some of you don't, but that's okay. Let's remind the folks who you are and where they can find you. If you've got anything to promote, now's the time to do it. Alive.
I'm in A Life a Lot, ALLAH on TikTok and also on Twitter. I have a bunch of things going on, but follow me there as I, realize when I can get them done. You'll be the first to know.
Yeah, because he cannot be stopped.
I can't be stopped, will not be stopped. Why even try?
Let's go.
Okay.
I had to give you at least one shot to get that
I
in there.
forgot.
And Zen, who are you? Where can folks find you?
You can find me all socials and stuff. Zenventus on everything. You can find me on Twitch every once in a while. I do have stuff in the works. Don't ask me when, because I don't even know when it's gonna happen. But this is like super inspiring for me. Like, oh hey, I'm currently working on my own rules light TTRPG that it just needs playtesting now and some like polish. So you'll probably see streams of that hopefully soon.
Yay!
If I can get people to play it.
I mean, we're always available.
Mhm.
Well, I mean,
I was gonna say, I could think of a
I
few.
will gladly extend the invitation.
Let's go.
I think you will have fun with it. Yeah, I'm working on 2 different TTRPGs right now. One super crunchy and complex, and I don't want to think about it too much. And the other one is done. Just needs playtesting.
Awesome.
And some polish.
There you go.
So,
Awesome. Morgan, who are you?
I-
Where can folks find you?
I am Morgan, aka Newly Human, and you can find me just right on the edges of your peripheral vision.
Don't blink. All right, and of course, my emotional support introvert, my friend, my dare I say, co-host and tech director.
Well, you know.
Blood. Where can folks find you?
Hi guys, I am Bloodlust King. There is a 1 in the lust, and you can find me here on Twitch, sometimes on TikTok, less so, and Roll for Respawn. I have my own channel where I am a PNG tuber though, that I've been doing a little bit of artsy stuff while I've been working. So that's been fun. Yeah. Tony?
There you go. You can also find them out getting batteries for that smoke detector.
For gotta figure out what kind of batteries it needs.
It's probably a D battery. Or an 8 volt. Sorry, not a D battery. 8 volt. But anyway, I am Tony. You can find me on TikTok at TonyWillEdit. I'm gonna try to get some more things out. I've been doing a bunch of shows and haven't had time to, get out the content to promote those shows. Our next show here is, I'm very excited. We're working with Homebrew City to do a game of Bottle Spirits. We're actually going to be filming that here very, very soon and have that out for you in 2 weeks right here on Roll for Respawn. In the meantime, you can usually catch me Wednesday nights on the Wednesday Night Revival, and of course, like I said, on TikTok at TonyWillEdit. When I have the brain space to make content, it's right there. Boom. So, with that being said, it's been an amazing session. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate and love you, and we'll see you next time on the One Shot Wonderarium.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
Bye, guys.